What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 40. With 4 games to go, we take a look at the league table. We've got a game in hand on both Man City and Chelsea, who are above us by 6 and 3 points respectively. They've got a better goal difference record on both of those teams, and we're 5 points clear of Everton in 7th and have the game in hand as well. Europa League at the moment is looking the most likely possibility, but Champions League is still a possibility and we'll fight till the very end. So for our first game of today's episode, Guardiola's side at the Community Stadium. Win this game, we cut it to 3, and we still got a game in hand as well. Win that one, and we'll go into the top 4 with 3 games to go on goal difference. So really, it's on us. We've got the chance, we've got the opportunity, we've got destiny in our own hands. But we need to win. And 14 minutes in, I just can't handle the pressure. I just can't handle it. I just can't cope at the moment. The nerves, the anxiety, I just can't deal with it. And it's worth pointing out, we're not at these teams' levels yet. But we were thrashed on the weekend against Manchester United in the FA Cup semi-final. And 21 minutes in against Guardiola's side, Jesus bagged the first and KDB gets the second. Brentford 0. Manchester City 2. We're not at these teams' levels yet. We're getting there, but we're not there just yet. However, we are a really resilient side. We get chances. You saw it in the semi-final. We got quite a few of them against Manchester United. I just couldn't take them. And after Edison made a great save there, we're still down by 2. I kept on staying in attack mode. My defense this season's been poor, but much better in front of goal. I knew we'd get back in the game. And with 12 minutes to go, Stanley Young turns his man, rolls it through, and Tony, after the drag back, bends it in to make it 2-1. Back in the game, Ivan Toney still believes in Champions League football next season, as do I. I just need to improve my defence, no doubt about it. But 2-0 becomes 2-1. We're back in the game, and it's not over yet. But again, really, we need to win this game. Can't afford a draw. We need to win this game. And 4 minutes after the restart, it became 3-1, and a 2-goal lead extended again. Phil Foden drills it in, bottom corner. Brentford 1, Manchester City 3. And that was how the game would finish. Massive, massive defeat. And heading into this game here, I was thinking our Champions League dreams are going to be either dead or alive come the full-time whistle. And look at the stats as well, 3.1 XG compared to Man City's 1.1. But Jesus tore me apart in this game with a goal and 2 assists as well. I just couldn't keep my composure. I think really that's the biggest problem. I'll be honest here, we're not quite at level there. And as you can see, 4 games to go. We're now 9 points behind Man City in 4th. We do have the game in hand, but they need to lose 2 of their final 3, and we need to win all of our final 4. The likelihood is now it's not going to happen. As I also got offered the Borussia Dortmund position. I'm not going to lie here, I was seriously considering it. But I didn't take it. I said, no, I'm sticking this out till the very end with Brentford. We're probably not going to make the Champions League now. I could be managing Dortmund in the Champions League next year. It's a brilliant offer. Dortmund are just a great club. It seems like they're sort of like a neutral club. You know, everyone seems to like Borussia Dortmund. But I had to say no. Grateful for the offer, don't get me wrong. But I had to say no. Look, we're not finished yet. We're not finished with this season yet. Yes, we're out of the FA Cup, out in the semi-finals. Yes, our Champions League dreams. We knew they'd be either dead or alive come the end of that Man City game. In the end, unfortunately, they're dead. But even so, I'm still going to see this season out. Absolutely no doubt about it. I am certainly open to leaving Brentford at some point. But with 4 games to go in the Premier League, I've still got a job to do. I've still got to finish this season. And most importantly, I've got to finish this season and finish either 5th or 6th. That will give us Europa League football next season. That's what the board are asking for. My job's not done yet. I'm not jumping ship before it's officially over this season. So first game of the final 4 in May, and it's a West London derby. Fulham, away from home at Craven Cottage. All eyes on Roberto Gutierrez after last season's controversial goal. Roberto the cheat, that's how he's known here at Craven Cottage. But heading into this game, you knew Fulham would do anything to stop us from having a chance of making the Europa League. Everton not too far behind in 7th, but a win in this game would give us some more separation. And 7 minutes in, a chance to take the lead. And oh, he loves playing at Craven Cottage. Roberto Gutierrez, the boos ringing around Craven Cottage already. He is hated in this part of West London. For Brentford, we love him. At Fulham, they hate him. He'll never get a pint in Putney. It's 1-0 Brentford. Gutierrez opens the scoring, flying in and heading in the opening goal. Fulham, to their credit, despite being in the bottom half of the table, played pretty well though. 29 minutes in, could have made it 1-1. Good save by Raya kept us in the lead. But 5 minutes to go before the break after Sangari wins it back, we quickly push the pace and go on the counter. And Buemo finds Tony. It's a lovely through ball into that man once again. And I tell you, he scored more goals against Fulham than any other Premier League club. He lives for West London derbies. He absolutely loves playing at the Cottage. Fulham 0, Brentford 2, and the Fulham fans, every time he touched the ball, were booing him. They cannot stand Gutierrez. 2-0 Brentford. Raya, though, in this game was just on one. Remarkable save there as he kept his clean sheet intact and we were still leading by 2. And I mentioned at the start of the season, defensively we started the season off really woefully, but now Raya's got a genuine chance of winning the Golden Glove. But at the other end, that's where we're known for our best skill. Going forward, getting goals, how times have changed since season 1. And 13 minutes after the restart, he scored our first 2 and turns provider for the third. Gutierrez chips it in. Brian and Buemo celebrates the travelling fans. And we all but secure Europa League football at the home of our rivals, Fulham. That's got to be a great feeling, right? Fulham 0, Brentford 3. And didn't stop there. 3 minutes to go, Jesse Lingard plays an incredible ball. Spots Stanley Young, who outpaces his man, rolls it across and says, Ivan Toney, keep your dreams alive, son. You can still set the record. Rolls it across. Toney makes it 4. Fulham 0, Brentford 4. And a big victory here in the West London derby. And that's how you bounce back, baby. That's how you bounce back. Huge back-to-back defeats. Going out of the FA Cup semi-final against Manchester United and humbled with the 4-0 scoreline. Then surely having our Champions League dreams die at the hands of Pep Guardiola 3-1 at home. This is how you respond. West London derby, Craven Cottage, 4-1 victory, and the scarves are raised because we know whilst the Champions League now, the dreams are basically dead. We've got as much chance of making the Champions League now as I've got of finding my true love before 30. I mean, seriously, that, you know, there's a year and a month to go. If you're wondering, my birthday's in late November if you want to get me a present, but you know, there's 3 games to go. The point gap is 7. Like, the thing is, it's possible. It is possible. But again, there's more chance of us making the top 4 now than me finding my true love before 30. Like, it's still doable, and we'll go till the very end. But it's incredibly unlikely, let's just say that much. So for the third game of today's episode, Red Devils, Manchester United away at Old Trafford. Massive game here. And if we are to keep our incredibly slim dreams of Champions League football with Brentford next season alive, then we have to win this game. A draw won't do. We need to win. Obviously, with the Red Devils going for the title, obviously we knew this would be an incredibly tough game. Though it is worth pointing out, we won here last season. Our first away day scalp of the series came at this ground last year. And after our 4-0 loss in the FA Cup semi-final, I thought, boys, it's time for revenge. I thought 4-0 was such a harsh scoreline. We're better than that. So play for pride and prove it here at Old Trafford. Well, whilst we had the first chance of the game, Tony heading the corner over after a wild deflected effort almost found the back of the net. The Red Devils would go in front. Brozovic makes it 1-0 after the rebound. Manchester United take the lead. And to be fair, they're going for the title. So away at Old Trafford, I didn't quite think we'd get as many chances as Liverpool did on the weekend. We were 2-0 down inside the first half. The Red Devils tearing me apart. And the truth is, you know, we stood up to the big boys quite well on occasion. And one thing I'll always credit with this Brentford team is, like, I always go for it. Like, in the big games, I don't just sit there and just, like, try and say, you know, break us down and we'll try and get a point in a clean sheet. I always go for it. But unfortunately, I think if any team knows that at times that just doesn't work, it's probably Norwich City this season. It's very hard to defend against the big teams in this year's FIFA because they've always got the quality to find a bit of space, and if not, they'll bang it in from range. 2-0 became 3-0 in the second half. Jadon Sancho, the former Dortmund man, makes it 3. And yeah, I mean, I'll always go for it in these games. I mean, we had to in this game. We had no choice. A draw is basically a defeat. We needed to win. But unfortunately, defending against the big teams, like going forward, I always fancy my chances of getting opportunities and possibly getting the goals as well. But it's at the back. At the moment, I just can't compete because of that. Late chance, 5 minutes to go. Rico Henry fires it wide. Would be nothing over the consolation, but something to celebrate in the end. We can't even get that. 4-0 at Wembley, 3-0 at Old Trafford. The fact of the matter is, whilst we made great progression with this Brentford side, we're just not at this level yet. We're getting there, and we're getting there quickly. But we're not just at this level yet. The Red Devils going for the title. Us, well, unfortunately, we now just need to go for the Europa League. Yeah, 2 games to go in this season. We dropped to 6th place. We can't make the top 4 now, but we're only 2 points ahead of Everton in 7th. 4 behind Chelsea in 5th, though 6th will give us European football this year due to the FA Cup finalists, so Manchester United winning the Carabao Cup, so 6th will do me fine, but only 2 points ahead of Everton. It's not done yet, and we might need to win back-to-back. But that wins this episode of Career Mode, guys. Big thank you for watching. If you please drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon.